What is this? Where the hell is my suit? This is one shitty pie. I fucking love Norm, dude.
That was surprisingly good.
Honestly, the first 5 minutes kind of sucked.
I think
the first 5 minutes of all those movies kind of suck.
No. What was interesting is it wasn't just the first 5 minutes of it. It was actually the first 35 minutes of the movie that sucked. You notice that when else since Sarah Silverman came on screen, all of a sudden everything fell into place. It was funnier,
what a magical
the pacing was better.
I know.
It's a tighter film.
It looked a lot tighter.
It looked a lot
tighter of a film the second she got on the camera.
God damn.
They're lying, all right? The camera does not add 15 pounds.
It takes away 15 pounds.
God damn. Fucking Norm is such a bad actor, but it's such he's so endearingly, like, that's my point. It works perfectly because so much of the delivery is just Norm doing whores, but it works. Like that one line at the very end. What was it? It's where he said, when he shows the dead body. Yep, that was him. Like, this is the man who beat you up, and he's like, well, yeah, he was much more ferocious when he was alive. Like, that was just so Norm doing his There's my, let me just write that in there. It's fucking classic Norm, man. I have no idea how the hell I didn't see this movie sooner.
I don't know how we never even heard of this.
I never even heard of the movie.
Fucking, I initially didn't think, and I feel foolish, but again, it was pre Sarah Silverman on the screen, so that's probably why it seemed off.
Yeah, in the beginning, all you were thinking was like, that's pretty funny. Rusty's Juicy Chicken Hole. That's a pretty funny name for a chicken shop.
No, actually, that's not. No, I mean that is pretty funny. That's what I was getting at. I actually didn't think the two of them were that funny together for the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Dude, the second
I thought they were vibing a little
point
weird
where he became funny. When they walked into the old lady's room and Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
So that's where the old bitch sleeps.
Yep,
that's full volume.
That's when everything clicked with those two guys.
That's when they got their footing off the door. No, I agree. The first 15 minutes was pretty slow, but then again, all the movies started like the first 15 minutes of Dirty Work is pretty slow when he's talking to the fucking stupid boss and everything before he gets to him and Artie. The first 10 minutes isn't the best part of the movie.
I mean, I agree, but I don't know.
Dirty Work, the first 10 minutes is honestly, it's not as fun until they're trying to get him out of jail.
Yeah, you're right. The first 5 minutes of fucking Dirty Work is slow. First 5 minutes of Half Baked is slow.
All right, and I love
this would be Half Baked and Dirty Work together. It's too much pressure on this one.
I love the chick from The Craft just as much as the next guy. Okay, and I like that one from Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. But there's no Sarah Silverman. All right, this movie can have a 30-minute grace period of not being all that funny when she walks onto the screen.
Dude, she came in, everything fucking clicked. It was so much.
I know, man.
It's like she gave this movie
I didn't
mojo
realize it's
needed.
like, you know, first off the voice, second of all the face, but really. It's just
and the combination of the two,
and the combination of the way they play off of each other. Really, that's actually the best thing.
Very complimentary.
Because, you know, I wrote down my 3 notes in a row went, Sarah Silverman is just so foxy, followed up with holy fuck Sarah Silverman is hot, followed up where if I ever go missing, I think I need to show up at Sarah Silverman first and foremost based on the way she'll greet you. Like, oh my God, you're back.
I know, I would love to get greeted
Jesus
like that.
Christ.
I'd be okay if
and then
she
he
smacked
says,
me to greet me.
Yeah, I told her the truth, though. We had a little section. She told me to go see a guy named Grover. And then Dave Chappelle's like, wow, only in 10 minutes?
Yeah, we had a lot of really good one-liners.
Yeah, had a lot of. You say good-looking women named Sarah Silverman. That's like most of my notes here are.
Fucking. Speaking of notes, so who was completely incorrect with their estimate?
Oh, you were saying it's going to turn into like a Christmas Carol. And I was like, where are you getting that from?
So I wrote down my notes, okay, and I got 4 notes in before the note becomes I'm a moron. You want to know why?
Why?
Because at first I thought this was a Christmas Carol solely based on the fact that this old lady
was Christmas time.
It was Christmas time. That was
honestly. I was shocked when they said that. I'm
like,
like, I know this is a Christmas movie, and then it wasn't. They just mentioned it just happened to take place during Christmas. They didn't really.
For like the first 15.
I thought they would have at least like played like some Christmas Carol at some point, like
There wasn't even a Santa.
Humbug, that's too strong. Yeah. 'Tis my favorite holiday, you know. And it was like, you know, Merry Christmas. When they were running through the fucking, when they were running, getting chased by the cops, I thought it was going to break into the whole Christmas thing, like every action Christmas comedy movie does, like the whole Jingle All the Way or Fred Claus.
Speaking of the cop, even though I don't know if I liked
Kojak.
Yeah,
Kojak was pretty good.
I liked the fact that he was like an actual, like he was actually investigating this.
Dude,
shit.
this was a good movie.
It really was.
It had so many threads, and it was, you know, we're talking about the machine, and we were saying how there's so many threads that weren't thread together nicely. They weren't sewn well. This is like an embroidery, crochet, macrame. It's something good.
And your favorite term, pivoting. The way that they keep pivoting.
I kept pivoting, dude.
Fucked every 2 seconds.
Fucking hilarious. First off, when he goes to steal the dog, and the dog bites his hand. Oh, that's funny. The dog bit his hand. Then the dog keeps biting his hand. Then he's screaming, and there's blood everywhere. It is literally the exact same thing from Dirty Work with the whole fish thing. When they go to put the fish around, everyone gets shot and murdered. Norman's got a hell of an ability to get into a movie and have just gruesome violence happen. Terrific stuff. Blood everywhere.
And fucking Dave Chappelle's solution the entire fucking time is to just shake for a second and smack.
First off, the way that Dave Chappelle mannerism, the fucking getting caught in the cartoonish, like you get caught is perfect. And again, he does it 1,000 times in Half-Baked as well. When he gets the fucking weed and everything, his physical movements are amazing.
Fucking actually, when he fucking walks out of the hospital room and the cops are there, it's like that on fucking 10. That was so
I wrote that down,
funny.
but you're jumping ahead, man. We're getting out of order. We didn't. We just went over the entire part when they're walking, and Norm said when talking about where they want to go. He's saying Bowie, we're at Bali and fucking Caribbean and blah blah blah. And then Norm's right before he sees the newspaper saying he's missing. He's like, yeah, well, anywhere with a really good liberal arts college. Anywhere with a good liberal arts college.
So clue number 1, it takes place during Christmas time. Clue number 2, the old bag he works for is mean, and he's like,
there's no more clues.
No, this is a clue. Hold on, there gets to be more clues, okay? And listen how my fucking trajectory gets off. I think she's being mean and she won't give him the suit. He's like, come on, it's Christmas. And she's insisting that he works, and I'm thinking, okay, it's a Christmas carol.
You're right, I'm a cripple.
I'm thinking it's a Christmas carol. Then all of a sudden I go, oh, Rusty's is obviously martinis.
Now it's obviously It's a Wonderful Life.
Which I never even picked up on. And I'm thinking, okay, Danny DeVito's going to come and be Clarence, I guess. And I'm like, oh, wait, that's not a Christmas carol. I'm a moron.
Yeah, you are
none of
a
those
moron.
things are even remotely true to this movie. They could be any further from the truth.
That would have been funny. This turned into like The Family Man before The Family Man.
That's what I thought this was going.
And it was that would have been pretty solid. You could have, I'm trying to make a deal with you here. I'm trying to make a deal. I'm just a businessman trying to get ahead. Does Mr. Fillmore have any enemy? Does Mr. Fillmore have any enemies? Who is that? Dude, I like the old lady. And I know you said you didn't think she was that good, but you know what? I was comparing her to? Because whenever I see an old lady in a movie now, have you ever seen Throw Mama from a Train, the other Danny DeVito movie?
No, but I kept thinking of that movie.
Throw Mama from the Train I watched years ago, and I loved the movie. I didn't love it. I don't even know where that Freudian slip. It wasn't even a slip. It was just a slip. That wasn't
your favorite movie.
No, it's not.
You're a huge Billy Crystal fan. Everybody says that about you.
Danny DeVito's hilarious in it. Billy Crystal is just okay in it. And that old hag of a shrew and a shrieking bitch, the most obnoxious. Every scene she was in, I wanted to just gouge my eyes out. She's so goddamn annoying. And after that, honestly, it takes a hell of a lot for me to even complain about the elderly. That fucking Tales from the Crypt bitch really ruined it for me. So I kind of like this woman a lot.
I have no comparison, but I didn't like this woman at all.
I liked her because she was pretty funny, dude.
Yeah, no, she got
kicking Danny DeVito's ass. And then he's like, does he have any relatives? Not that I know of. Does he have any friends? Not that I know of. Ma'am, this man's lived with you for over a decade. You don't know any of this? He's like, she's answered the question. She hasn't answered anything, sir.
The way okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to jump out of line, so
you just jumped into the movie again because you can't stay on track.
Yeah, I was going to jump to, but that might skip too far ahead.
The only thing, the first, like I said, the first 30 minutes was the first 15 minutes was kind of whatever.
First 45 minutes.
No, dude, how long do you think the movie was?
The movie was at least 4.5 hours.
No, it wasn't. Okay,
it took 3 hours for Danny DeVito to even show up.
That's
in the
true.
movie.
It took a long time for Danny DeVito to show up for a guy being on the cover and not Sarah Silverman. Okay, now honestly, I think the movie had like a 26 on Metascore. Mm-hmm. All right, and there's a lot of dead space on that movie poster. I'm just saying, you throw Sarah Silverman on that movie poster, you're selling at least a couple more tickets. Yeah, at least a solid few. Yeah. Okay, I would have bought another ticket.
Had I known about the movie,
they could have the Sound of Freedom thing where they say, "Look how hot Sarah Silverman is. Buy a ticket for someone else who can't afford a ticket." You know. Nice. And the next thing they're saying, like, "Wow, look at this. This movie. What's it called? Suckered?
Screwed.
Screwed. I don't even know what the movie's called.
That's the only reason I thought it was Scrooge. I thought it would be like Scrooge. With Bill Murray.
With Bill Murray. They were really trying to trick people to thinking it was a Christmas movie.
Yeah, really.
The weird part was too, though, it came out in fucking May.
What was the point of that Christmas shit?
It came out on May 17th of 2000.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not a Christmas movie.
The one blunder, though, was when he's like, hold on, let me help you. Then Dave Chappelle just clocks Norm to beat him up. That should have gone on for 10 minutes straight. He should have been getting his ass kicked like in Dirty Work. They should have done a little more dirty work in this movie, you know?
Yeah, Dave Chappelle's physical comedy is kind of making me think of like Chevy Chase's physical comedy. These guys own complete physical manners.
Chevy Chase should have been in this.
Yeah, Chevy Chase should. Yeah, why wasn't
Chevy Chase in this one?
He could, yeah, what the fuck? He could have been the cop.
And then there was the great 2000 dialogue of, hey, I got internet to MSNBC.
Oh yeah, and fucking, we finally get the return of, God damn it!
Yeah, dude,
son of a bitch!
That's way further down the line.
I know, I was gonna forget to mention it.
What is wrong with you?
I knew I was gonna forget to mention it.
I wrote the note down. We would have gotten to it.
I'm sorry.
And you just said 5 seconds ago that you don't want to jump ahead, you fucking moron.
I got excited. We were talking about all the funny people.
God, what a loser you are.
Sorry. God damn it! Son of a bitch!
I'm wearing chains. I'm in a cage. Help me.
About that. I'm such an idiot.
Oh, is that human urine? Oh my God, it's human urine. That's what I'm saying. He's the world's worst actor, but it works perfectly.
Also, they fucking filmed that part. They're in the middle of like a fucking Target where they have dog cages.
Dude, you know what made me think? It made me think of. I felt like the most classical. Like I was a 40-year-old American middle class father with my feet on this on a recliner drinking a beer. You know what I saw?
What?
I saw the chips. I'm like $1.49. What the fuck is this? Look at this country today. I was like, what is this place? That's only 23 years ago. It's $1.49 for the extra big Tostitos. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Right behind Dave Chappelle's head, you see $1.49. I'm like, God damn.
Man,
better
what a
times.
world we used to live
Better
in.
times. Sarah Silverman was there. It was cheaper to buy fucking chips. you could connect the internet to MSNBC.
Yeah, who could do that nowadays?
Hey, I connected to MSNBC.
Oh, how's it work? I like this.
I don't know. I think I plugged in. Also, I think he plugged in like one of those RCA jacks.
Yeah.
Like it was, he's like, I don't know.
And then the screen just popped up and said, "Oh, now
and
it's
it was
on
purple.
NBC." Yeah,
it's
I know.
purple because all the loading things were purple.
It's always great watching.
And then
movies show
MSNBC's reporting it.
It's always great having movies show computer stuff.
Dude,
and it does
so
nothing
cool.
computers.
I love when it's
all.
like I love when it's like in the 90s for the virus and it's like a chomping skull head, just like and it's like you're being hacked. You're being. See, this is how computers work.
Do you remember that one virus we actually got?
No.
There was an ant that would pop up on the screen, a cartoon ant, and it would start fucking another ant. And it just kept popping up on the screen.
That's pretty wild, man. It's a little fucked up that, I'm in my room, I'm having these fucking carpenter ants I have to deal with, and you're going to come out here and throw some ants things around, make me, I'm trying to be comfortable on a podcast in my zone, you're going to make me have some PTSD by what's going on.
That's really
behind the podcast, behind
sorry.
closed doors,
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I just didn't know.
I just didn't know. He's a gorgeous looking guy. Look at him. He's a beautiful guy. I just didn't know. I just didn't know. One thing that does bother me with these movies, though, as in, I'm going to consider the Cornetto trilogy. Okay? Dirty Work, Half Baked, and Screwed
nice.
are getting a triple box set.
Yeah.
Dave, if you're listening, all right, you can put your money into it to release it. I can't do that, unfortunately. I'll make a personal one for myself, but you should kind of get on this thing, make a nice little collection. I don't know if it's the same studio, that's not the same directors or same writers or anything like that, but you can make it work. Bob Saget's dead too. Norm's dead. They're not. It's fine. You're the last guy kicking.
Yeah, so it's really up to you.
It's really up to you. It really is. It all falls on your plate. But I do find it weird how in all these movies that they don't go full just comedians, like how Half Baked's Jim Brewer and Dave Chappelle, but then it's Guillermo Garcia Gomez and Dirty.
Guy? Is there a fourth guy in that movie?
Yeah, the guy from that movie was like
Rocket Man.
Yeah, that guy. He's not a stand-up either, I don't think, is he?
I think he might have been.
He is a stand-up. Yeah, so he's that Popeye for stand-up. Well, that's my point, though.
Okay, so it's just one not stand-up guy.
Exactly.
And Stephen Wright's on the couch. They're all stand-ups, but that one guy.
Exactly, and Stephen Wright's on the couch, and they have fucking they go see Jon Stewart, and they go see fucking I think a few other comedians have cameos in that movie. I can't remember if even though I had them, I'm like, you know what? I'll write them down on my phone for later. I won't forget. I forgot. All I can think of is fucking Christopher from fucking Gilmore Girls being the smoking pot father in Half Baked.
That's so funny.
And then like Norm and Artie Lang, are in fucking Dirty Work, but then they get, what's her name? Traiana?
No,
Traiana Trailer?
It's Trailer.
Trailer.
Trailer's her first name. I think I want to say Parker. That sounds wrong.
Parker Posey?
I think it's Trailer Parker. That sounds completely wrong though. Maybe it's Trey Parker.
No, I think it's
Traiana
or Triana.
What's called Triana?
It's called Dirty Work.
Her name's Trailer.
It is Trailer. You're right. Trailer?
It's Trailer. This is a good conversation.
Trailer Howard. Nice. I was, you know what the problem was? I kept thinking of Tiana Trump, the porn star. I was like, it's not Tiana Trump, but it's close. I kept saying things close to Tiana Trump. It turns out it's Trailer Howard. What a dumb name. Maybe that's why you don't get more. Maybe that's why you're only in like, two things. Dirty Work.
The best story of Dirty Work is fucking Chris Farley hating on Ryan Reynolds because they're dating.
Yeah, that's true. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. But fine. Yeah, it's pretty amazing story.
I thought we decided this is the Cornetto trilogy.
It's the Cornetto. You're right. It's the Cornetto trilogy.
Excuse the shit out of me.
Excuse the shit out of me. But no, I think it's just weird that they're not full comedians in the movies all the time.
I'm a little disappointed Jim Brewer didn't just pop up for 2 seconds.
I kind of thought that was going to happen.
And Artie Lang didn't just pop up for 2 seconds.
And like when we were talking, and Artie Lang especially, because Artie Lang and Norm were like always together. I don't think Jim Brewer and Dave Chappelle were necessarily always together all the time, inseparable,
Yeah, we almost...
Because who can deal with all the time, after everything. No, I don't think he does that in his day-to-day lives, right? But we get it. You know what Goat Boy is, bro. We get it. You know what Goat Boy is. We get it.
You have to point it out. That was one of those things that
That's awesome, dude. You got it.
Thanks, man.
Good for you, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Finally, Danny DeVito comes onto the screen.
Yeah, 3 hours
and it's interesting that they gave him the Tony Todd role from Final Destination.
I know, about the same
and it's
thing.
even weirder that Final Destination came out on March 17th, and then May 12th this movie comes out.
This was the same fucking year?
Yeah, a couple months later.
Dude, I thought this was like fucking 1992 when this movie came out.
Well, how would that even make sense?
It just seemed like an old movie.
How could it be that old?
I don't know. How old is Dirty Work?
I think 96 or 98.
Fine, it's came out in 95.
And I think Half Baked's 96, Dirty Work's 98, this is 2000.
Okay, fine. So this came out in 97, then right in the middle of the other two,
right.
Okay?
All right. Hey, honey, where's the clicker? Danny DeVito was fucking disgusting in this movie.
So gross,
He's putting a harmonic. He's covered in blood. He's smearing on his face. He's touching everything. He's just being literally Danny DeVito. And then what did he say? Will this show up on my W-2?
Oh, yeah, let's show how I wrote it
No,
down.
tax-free. Good. And watch for my money go to paving roads and building schools. And then Norm was like, yeah, good point.
This movie was really good. A lot of really funny. Oh, fucking.
And then also, though, what a callback. What? I mean, shouldn't you have a little dignity? You're going to bury this guy in this trashy suit, and Norman's just seething as Danny DeVito saying how terrible of a suit it is. He's like, I know. That's what this whole thing started. That was the inciting incident, was the terrible. He wanted a new fucking suit. And he got a new suit at the end. What competent writers.
Yeah, they had a lot of really good stuff that newer writers, like those who write things called The Machine, could have picked up on.
Written and directed by Scott
stuff.
Alexander and Larry Kaz's name I can't pronounce.
Mm-hmm.
Scott's done nothing. He wrote Ed Wood. That's interesting.
That is pretty interesting.
And The People versus Larry Flint. That's really weird, too. And Man on the... Yo, what?
Well, that guy wrote a lot of good movies that
Not really. It falls off really quick. This is an interesting career trajectory. Okay, so we have a bunch of bullshit, then Ed Wood, People versus Larry Flint, Man on the Moon, followed up by Screwed, followed up by Agent Cody Banks.
Oh, dude, what do you mean it falls off? That movie's
Then
great.
nothing until 2014 where he did Big Eyes, that Tim Burton movie, then the Goosebumps movie, and then nothing since then really except for American Crime Story.
Yeah, it doesn't
So that's inspired. And then the other guy, his writing partner, and I guess they had the same exact trajectory. Interesting.
Well, this one was a pretty good one.
That started off a lot. I thought I was gonna say this movie doesn't. I mean, Jesus Christ, has a 7 on Metascore.
This movie has a 7.
That's fucked up.
Oh, well, we just watched this a 7.
Yeah.
On this movie sucked.
Fuck
actually.
USA Today.
I don't know what we're
Clumsy
talking
on
about.
every level. Go fuck yourselves. The New York Post. I'll play your Sudoku. I'm not reading your fucking movie reviews when you say the real disappointment of this film is Dan DeVito as the creepy corner. 25 out of 100.
Wow.
New York Daily News. You've got to give Norm Macdonald credit. When he cheats his audience, he warns them first. Fuck you, Elizabeth Weitzman.
Yeah, really.
Chicago Reader. First-time
you.
directors Scott Alexander and Larry Kazawecki must have written the script for this comedy when they were about 12 and not changed a single word. Fuck you, Lisa Allspector.
They've almost stopped watching
TV
the
Guide
first 10
magazine.
minutes.
As bad as the title and much longer. Fuck you, Madeline McDonough. I think just women don't like this movie, man.
It's like Shawshank. It's really just a guy's
No,
film.
the next guy's Steven. Stephen Holden of the New York Times
Fantastic.
gave it a 10.
Yeah,
He said,
really?
A confusedly misconceived hybrid of interracial buddy comedy and imitation Marx Brother farcism.
That's what I thought exactly.
Yeah,
Like verbatim.
I don't know, Steven, you cocksucking piece of shit. Maybe this one wasn't quite for you when you're going to say fucking imitations of a Marx Brothers farce, you fucking douchebag. It's the New York Times. We get it. It's an institution. All right, the movie's called Screwed, and it's a buddy comedy film. Give it the respect to treat it like a buddy comedy film.
That's a really good point. I don't think anyone ever does
Film.com. That's not even funny. I might want to read that one. Bob Graham of the San Francisco Chronicle gave it a 0 out of 100.
There was definitely a redeeming. First, I gave this movie a 90.
All right.
How about that?
I don't think Bob Graham had his glasses on or something. He didn't notice how hot Sarah Silverman looked in the fucking 20 minutes in to say this movie's a 0.
Right there's at least 90 fucking points.
It's like signing your name on the SATs, okay?
Exactly.
The fuck you talking about a 0? For participation alone, that movie gets at least a 50. And then you start to judge on how funny it is, and it goes back to like an 80.
Yeah, that guy doesn't know what the
And
fuck
just
he's
because it's
talking
Norm
about.
alone, it's 100. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a home run, baby.
That guy should be fired. I think we should start a petition to fire that guy. He's an insult to journalism as a whole.
Yeah, fuck him. I don't even work anymore. I worked for the fucking San Francisco Chronicle in 2000.
Oh, yeah, they closed down.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
They closed down after that shit fucking review. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
Also, how
I
funny was it with
about.
Norm on the fucking phone when he's like, you don't have to do nothing till I tell you to, you smelly bitch. And then later on he does the voice and she's like, I recognize it anywhere. He just dots his head down. Also, dude, those fucking little kids mugging him and what the fuck?
So fucking funny.
Hand it over.
Hey, get the
fuck out. What are you doing? Show us the briefcase. And they stab him and they tase him and they kick him and the kid's like, kick him harder.
Kick him harder.
Kick him harder in the park.
I thought they were gonna pull out a gun and fucking
I thought they were gonna shoot him. I would have been hoping for that. Now the kids just have $5 million and Danny DeVito is fucking walking around comparing these bodies to Willard with the ID. He's like, Just a little close and he's staring at it. And it's like just a black woman. And he's like, this is like Norm Macdonald. Nah, I guess not. And he settles on that horrifying fucking. What was that giant? That was like a fucking one of the zombies, like the special infected from Left 4 Dead.
Exactly
that was the bile zombies that spit on you.
That's exactly
that trailer trash zombie.
Yeah.
Which you realize in that game, those were just literally trailer trash moms, right? The way they're dressed with the fucking tethered wife beater and the jeans and the little
short.
Dude, it's just garbage city over there. That's why they're puking up like that.
They're not even zombies.
And then the next fucking one he opens up is John Carpenter's The Thing with some glob of human life. That was terrifying all of a sudden. And then the best part though is the whole Danny DeVito's so fucking funny. He's walking out the cart of the dead body on it. And he goes across the janitor. He does that creepy, only Danny DeVito can walk with that kind of strut where he goes forward. He's like, don't mind me. I'm just taking some of the work home. And he walks it down the stairs with that like Chevy Chase level. I don't get it, man. The ability to, some people just got it. They just got it. I don't know how he does it, but he kills, you know? I don't know how he does it, but the guy kills, all right? I don't know how he's so funny. I don't know how he does it. I don't know where he comes up with these jokes, but he just kills, man.
Hey, you might not like it because you got to admit,
listen, Joe, you might not like Carlos, all right? But you got to admit it, all right? He kills. The guy kills, all right? He's the Punisher, you know?
He's the Punisher. Fucking, since we're
and no. Before you say anything, is here's the proper note. We're gonna shame you from earlier, okay? Remember you used to have one of those douchebag teachers in elementary school who do the whole finger thing?
Yeah.
What was that? Was there an action for that called? You can picture just
Tisking?
What?
I don't know.
Tisking?
Tisk.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, that's a tisk motion.
My point is right here. My note is Steve, you the man, because right here is where he did get introduced to the story, but you had to jump the gun and talk about our guy.
Since we're here, yeah, but he didn't do anything this week.
He didn't do anything at all. Which is weird because it's years after Ninth Roxbury, and it's the same year as Scary Movie, and it's after he was already on Charmed.
That's so disappointing. He.
What's that douchebag's name? That motherfucker?
Steve, you the man. I like that, but just call him that guy. He's the sprinkler. Just call him that.
Yeah, what's his name though?
Who cares? Isn't it the mystery of not knowing his name, like romantic kind of?
No, because it's funny. His name is
we know his name. It's
Lachlan
name,
Monroe.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. The mystery's
Lachlan Monroe. What for Lachlan?
You think he has an accent?
I don't think he's. I know. I'm pretty positive he's American. I don't think he chose to have that douchey voice and everything. He's like,
that's his American accent. That douchey voice.
And then he keeps getting cast and things. And he's like, can I just talk? No, like, no, you guys like, everybody got to talk like that. And like, yeah. He's like, well, you want a water, Lachlan?
I don't know how that person gave the movie a 0 to 100. I think the hijinks was great.
The guy doesn't get his dick wet. That's why. It's just that the guy doesn't fuck.
They want to get $5 million. They finally get it. Then the kids mug him for it. And
it's funny.
And then all of a sudden,
hijinks ensues.
And then fucking Danny DeVito's supposed to get 100 greens that game, so he ends up kidnapping her anyway.
And he's like, $5 million, no, 100,000. And then he's the fucking Jack Lord fan club, and the movie's bonkers.
There's a lot of funny shit in that movie.
Norm, you get first off, like I said, Sarah Silverman looking as fine as wine is already the SATs assigning your name. But if that doesn't give you brownie points, all right, you think, I'm not sure what Steven's into of the San Francisco Chronicle, but you think at the very least, if Sarah doesn't do it for him, the money shot of Norm's bare ass talking to Kojak for 5 minutes in the middle of the film must have been like, all right, it's not bad.
Dude, that guy was so professional the entire time.
With Norm's dick in his face.
Yeah, that's so fucking
I also like how not only did Norm, most movies would just had, like, let's just, just keep Norm standing there, and then Norm's like, no. We're not most movies, all right? What if every time we cut back to him doing a different pose, showing off my ass in a different way?
He was always standing differently.
He always had his ass like to the left, to the right, a little more straight, my other leg forward.
Now that guy gets comedy.
He gets comedy, man. And then it gets even funnier. The movie gets even funnier after that. You're thinking, how can it get funnier than a guy's bare ass? That's always tops in a comedy movie. That's funny shit. Norm Macdonald goes to climb through a second-story window of a hospital room, and as he puts his leg out, he starts screaming, gets grabbed, and Dave Chappelle climbs in through the window on the second floor of a hospital. It's not even like it had, it's not like it's a residential house where it has, he came in through the deck. No, he scaled a hospital building.
Yeah, when they show the window, you can see the fucking street lamp up at the same level. I was just trying to help provide the fact that's on the second story.
You know, good job.
I didn't know I was
Correct.
going to kill the entire vibe there. Sorry.
And then
we can't have a Xavier Silverman.
And then Norm's retelling the story to him, and he's just changing all the facts, which he does in fucking Dirty Work too, where he says about getting beat up and everything. It's just Norm knows what works, and he keeps on doing it. He's seeing these giant guys with tattoos, and spoiler alert, they weren't giant guys with tattoos. They were little kids.
Little kids.
And then crazy enough, though, when that little kid came back at the very, very end, I was really shocked. Jumping ahead a little bit. These writers know how to close a storyline. I thought those kids were good with the fucking money.
It's a tight script, man.
It's a tight script. Everything fell back into place, naturally.
It wasn't like that stupid fucking knife thing from the machine that made no dick anything. No. It was useless.
That movie, fuck that. That movie did suck, all right?
The more I thought about it, this isn't like when I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I wasn't sure if I liked it. The more I thought about it, the more I liked it. I don't like that movie.
Chappelle's the king. I just put the part where he does, hello, detectives. He's so fucking funny. And then he goes off to talk to Aunt Maple.
Aunt Maple.
No, but I wrote down the thing we mentioned earlier. That fucking exhale he does, that way he and freezes and moves his shoulders is perfect every single time. And then it gets even funnier. Then we get Danny DeVito walking through the Pittsburgh streets. One picture of himself. Oh, my God, I gotta fix this. Two pictures of himself.
He sighs of relief. Like he thinks it's the only poster.
Yep, I got it. There's one poster. No one saw it. I got it. He tears that one down. Walks to the next telephone pole. Now there's two. Walks ahead. All right, there's just one on a mailbox. Walks to the next telephone pole. There's 50 on the thing. Starts tearing them down. Looks ahead. The entire road, every single tunnel overpass is just covered. Which, first off, no, it wouldn't have been. But you know what I like? These comedy guys, they get it. They don't make things a little funnier, you know?
It's funny, too, because those walls are so high and he's so small. It's physical comedy.
It's physical comedy. That's fine. That's the real twins thing, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, it was a good movie. Fuck all this place. That wasn't a good movie.
Also, it was pretty funny, too, how the kid comes back and he's like, I'm sorry, mister. I didn't even open it. And the mother's like, you son of a bitch. You couldn't open it. Don't say you didn't try. You tried. You couldn't. You liar.
And what'd she say? You have to meet my hand or some shit. What'd she say?
I don't know what she said. Just something like that. Everyone was funny, too. Everyone was funny in this movie. But again, why weren't there more comedians in it, you know?
Yeah, well, actually, she was a comedian, that lady. Sarah Silverman's also a comedian. I know. If you knew that.
I said that earlier.
Okay.
I pointed that out that she was a comedian. My point was that why wasn't everyone comedians, you know?
Didn't Danny, did you have a stint of stand-up at one point?
No, he counts either way.
Okay, yeah. So
he's a funny guy. He's in Jersey Mike's commercials. He's a funny guy. You know?
He is a funny guy.
Whenever I drive, I always see that giant billboard for Jersey Mike's. And he's just holding this. It's a funny guy. He's holding a sandwich. It's pretty funny.
Puts a smile on my face every time.
Every time, right over near the shop, right? You know that billboard, that giant billboard, him holding the fucking big ass sandwich. You know what it makes me want?
Makes me want Jersey Mike's. And I want to go home and watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's literally a vicious. But now it's gonna be. Now I'm thinking, do I want to watch Screwed all the time on repeat? You know, especially. And then I get another funny joke. They fucking get the money back. They rush into the thing. She's like, this is the toll zone. I was like, keep it, bitch. Park it up your ass. And runs inside. What happens?
It's nice.
Reality sets. It's literally set up, punchline. They had the stakes and everything. Goes back outside. Car's getting taken away. Insult to injury. The guys get comedy.
That's true.
And the guy's reviewing comedy at the fucking New York Times who thinks it's goddamn Schindler's List doesn't understand the comedy.
That's true. Every scene's joke had the setup, the punch. Every scene's joke was set up like a joke. That was a good movie.
Or how we pay, how I pay. I haven't given it much thought. I don't know. Cash. The car is gone. They have no money. I did think though it was actually perfect timing. I literally was like, yo, if they're actually if this is like, I don't know, this is ending soon. They're actually gonna go fly to the beach. I'm like, why the fuck is Sarah Silverman not headed to the beach with them? And right before that, thank God though, I'm thinking like, wait, where is she? I missed her. What happens? She picks him up at the airport. Sarah Silverman's back.
That was really smart of whoever wrote this movie too. They knew exactly when we needed to see Sarah Silverman.
There's been a lot of guys on the screen.
There's been enough Sarah Silverman. What's it been 5 minutes? Let's bring her back over here.
Yeah, let's bring back the nice hair and the nice eyes and everything else. You know.
And at the end, she goes, "It's so beautiful." It is so. It is so beautiful.
Also, I love how I love Norm every time in every movie he has to say sorry at one point, so you get to hear sorry every single time. You just can't skip it. You get the Canadian of him comes out in every performance.
Dude, so they have this with fucking Michael Cera.
Michael Cera and Norm. Too. Sorry. It's just the one word that Canadians cannot overcome.
I'm so sorry, Dad.
I keep saying how woulda is the Australian base word. The anti-word for American accents to Canadians is fucking sorry. They can't ever get sorry. No, it's sorry. Sorry there.
Was it interesting too when they were?
Oh my God! And Sarah Silverman said, "What do you need? A getaway driver?" And she like winked or like bit her lip or something. And I was like, "I need a getaway driver. I'd love to commit a crime with you."
when they're walking through jail with the cop with the big ears that's somehow deaf.
That was weird.
Really weird.
Yeah,
it's just the
Dave
irony
Chappelle
that's so beautiful.
and Norm Macdonald are having a conversation. You know, movies are usually pretty bad. Like Dirty Work, for instance, has like 1,000 scenes in which they talk 2 feet next to the person they're supposed to be talking about. That's fine, but it's really bad. It's really bad when you're walking in a police precinct and you're talking about should we confess, blah 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 blah, with the cop literally escorting you guys. And not only is it a cop who's escorting you, it's a guy with goddamn gigantic fucking those ears. And it's like he can't hear a word you're saying. I'm pretty positive he can hear a word that everyone in the entire building is saying.
Well, it's interesting because he made a face like he understood what they were saying.
Yeah. That was just one of those extras who was really committed to like giving his cop a backstory. He wasn't even listening to them. He was thinking about like my wife's cheating on me, isn't she? You know, he's really getting into character, going through her and things like. I just feel like this cop's in a very traumatic place, and he's finally got his career on track. You know, he's 35, finally gets his head in order, body falls apart, wife's cheated on him. You know. Thinking, I gotta put in another fucking 5 years of this thing before I get my pension. Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up, you know? Yeah. That's what's going on. A lot going on between those gigantic ears. Then we get to Danny DeVito showing up, and he just pulls out a fucking shotgun and shoots the ceiling. And then drags this old woman by her fucking heels down the stairs, slapping her head. And even the way he's chasing, they cut to they made it feel like it was this gigantic. I mean, it may have been 15 stairs, but the way they shot it was 5,000 stairs, and it cuts to him as he's running up like Chucky the doll. And we get the POV of him, Jack, right over here, and he grabs her.
This movie was great.
And then the dog, she's like, bite him. I thought he was gonna shoot the fucking dog. When he's smiling, they're gonna, is he gonna,
I know.
pump action shotgun a dog, a chihuahua? Yeah. Unfortunately, no, the dog
I kind of wish he did. That
I wanted him to blow the dog up.
I thought he was gonna at least bite the dog. I thought he was gonna pick the dog up and bite his head or something.
He was a dog biter in that movie.
Oh,
and then, honestly, Dave Chappelle, and then the guy, Chip, comes in there, and Dave Chappelle just clocks him with, and I was like, holy shit! And then we go to the police precinct. What's Dave Chappelle do? He gets, and every time he keeps, I was scared, as if that's an excuse.
It's a pretty valid excuse.
That's the way he, and each time I thought they were going to kill these people because they kept bleeding from the head.
I know. It would have been so funny if they did. It would have been hilarious if every time they ended up killing someone.
And then Chip has the fucking money, and turns out he's got the money, and that's even crazier. Like, I didn't see him come in as the guy in the red hair. Everyone else was a red herring leading to Chip. And then they're getting interrogated, and Norm's like, yeah, no, we've known each other for years. Our parents were in choir together. And it cuts to Chappelle. I didn't know him I never saw this man until 2 weeks when he came in my restaurant. I don't know a thing about him.
Which one do you think, how these line up with the Cornell Trinity? Which one's
I don't know. I originally wrote in the middle of the movie that it's definitely Dirty Work, Half-Baked, Screwed.
Okay.
But now I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to reconvene. But then also, since I wasn't know that scene, that's fine. So that's okay. You didn't know.
It was a long pause.
I didn't know.
It was a long pause.
I didn't know.
I didn't either.
He then was like, I invited Cliff over. Not Cliff. What's his name in the movie? It was Rusty. I invited Rusty over last night to watch Monday Night Football. Last night was Thursday night. Oh.
Did I say
Monday Night Football? I meant Oprah. Not even Thursday Night Football. I meant Oprah. That's a good joke.
Well, Thursday Night Football wasn't a thing in
Peter at the
92.
San Francisco Chronicle, who gave it a 0, doesn't watch football.
Yeah, he probably doesn't get it.
He's like, I was like, what's funny about watching Oprah? He hasn't got the joke at all, you know?
That's the problem.
Poor son of a bitch.
None of those people get comedy. They just don't get it.
And then Dave Chappelle. Yeah, I was in my van. Your van was found impounded last night.
Is that where it was?
Oh, I was on foot. I was hoofing it on foot. It's like, you're just in your van a second ago. And then Dave, not even to mention, too, what a fashion sense, though. We got Dave Chappelle wearing a shirt full of dachshunds, and Norm Macdonald wearing that shirt full of bananas and the beach. It's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Stylized dressing.
Yeah, that movie was hitting it on all fronts.
It really was. And also, I kept thinking it was going to end, and it kept not ending.
So never felt
it was basically like, the Oppenheimer of its time, where it didn't ever drag at any point. Got through so much all at once.
The first 3 hours was pretty long.
How long this movie was?
At least 5.5 hours.
Right. I think it was like watching Che Part 1.
Yeah, and part of Part 2.
Interesting.
It was pretty long. It did, dude. Once it took a while to get Danny DeVito in there. But it took a long time to get Sarah Silverman in there. Once she came in there,
she came in there before he did.
Oh, did she really?
Yeah, about 20
I forgot.
minutes.
She's the introductory part to him.
She introduced him to Grover.
Well, like I said, as soon as she came in, everything clicked. That's why I started getting funny. It wasn't funny until Danny DeVito came in, because Sarah Silverman made it all click.
Well, I guess
so that first hour and 45 was a really long hour and 45.
That first 3.5 hours was a little slow. You're saying? I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But other than that, the pacing was great.
Other than that, though, phenomenal movie. Better than The Machine, for sure.
Yeah.
I can say that. I don't know where to rank it amongst Half-Baked and Dirty Work, but I can say it's leagues ahead of The Machine.
Leagues ahead of The Machine.
Leagues ahead of The Machine. And let's see if The Machine got higher than a 7.
Probably.
The Machine got a 37.
Yeah, because that guy from the Chronicle thinks he's funny, but he's not.
Yeah, I don't. And Dirty Work got a 24. Tell me the Machine's better than Dirty Work. What Half Baked get? A 16?
Damn.
Jesus Christ. These fucking guys and the guys doing the reviews don't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah, or maybe we don't know anything about nothing.
Nah,
that's pretty scary to
man.
think about.
I trust my opinion a hell of a lot more than I trust Stephen from the Chronicle's opinion, all right? Again,
I wish
Sarah
I knew what that kind of
Silverman,
confidence was
the
like.
SATs, all right? Only analogy I need. It's a little weird, too, that Dirty Work has a 6.4 from users, but 24 from critics.
Yeah.
And it's 15 douchebag critics getting paid versus 30,000 people who voted. I'm going to trust the fucking masses, not the fucking pencil pushers, okay?
That's a good note.
Look at Half Baked, 6.6 from 70,000 reviews versus 14 critics who gave it a 16. Collusion, okay? What's this movie called? Screwed. I keep forgetting the title. 7 versus a 5.6 from 10,000 people versus 13 critics who gave it a 7.
Okay, this is one ranks the lowest of the bunch based on the masses.
Yeah, well, the other ones have Sarah Silverman in it. Okay,
this one ranks the highest amongst the masses.
As far as
the masses are wrong.
As far as the love interests, this one wins. Okay, Dirty Work comes in third on that one. So it depends on how you want to rank the movies.
I forgot who the love interest was in Half Baked for a second. Oh, it's
The
Mary
Craft.
Jane. It's Mary Jane.
Yeah, Mary Jane, The Craft.
Okay, yeah. No,
What's her name? Is her name like True?
I have
last
no idea
name?
what her name is at all. I have no idea
Her name's something True. It's something. It's a Rachel True.
Is it TRUE or just TRU?
No, True. The word.
You're lying.
I swear to God. Her name is. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the true here. Okay. I'm telling the true about True.
It's nice to know. I'm tired.
Great.
I'm ready for bed now. I watched the movie. It's not nap time.
I have a few more notes.
Can I go
man.
to sleep, please?
No. It was funny when he's calling the dog Black and she's like, it's Muffin. He's like, the dog's name is whatever I say it is, all right? I like when Danny DeVito was being a little rough with her. The Jack Lord obsession was pretty funny.
That was so funny. I can't left fucking field. The best part was when he's running to the Murphy bed. It's just a poster.
That was insanity.
That was...
He's like, I gotta hide. Actually, no. The insanity was when he pulled out a fucking LMG and started firing on these people. And then when they get out of the cars, he's reloading. He has a fucking bazooka. He's gonna blow it up.
Danny DeVito
we needed
so
a spin-off movie.
movie.
We didn't need to get a 7 from jerk-offs in San Francisco, okay? Fucking in their San Franciscan nights, okay? We didn't need that. What we needed was this movie to be a fucking box office smash, and we needed the prequel about Grover and how he obtained these weapons of destruction.
What was his name? Grover Cleaver instead of Cleveland?
I think it was Grover Cleaver. That was also amazing, too, when they're in the cop car. First off, they're yeah, can I see a Grover Cleaver? And then you hear, is that Cleaver with a K or a C? C as in cupcake. And then the gunshot shoots, and they don't react. They just wait for the answer. And also, dude, I called when he calls the police, he's going to call 411. What'd you do?
Calls
411. What a simpler time.
Uh-huh.
What an amazing thing to do now. Be like, what feels more fun in a cop chase? Someone pulling out a car phone and calling 411 information? Or someone like, let me look it up on my phone real quick.
Definitely the 411 thing.
I'll look it up. Miss was pretty good too, honestly. Miss Crock never paid. I didn't say that. Yes, you did. What did you mean? I didn't say that. Yes, you did. What do you mean? I didn't say anything at all. No, yes, you did. You said, what did that mean? I didn't say anything at all. And then Dave Chappelle smacks him with a fucking lamp again.
I got scared.
Why is it every time you get scared, you hit someone with a desk lamp? And again, he's bleeding from the ear, but somehow he's not dead.
Yeah, honestly, those two guys,
take hits like a champ.
Yeah, they were a good duo. But again, it only happened when Sarah Silverman came in the movie. They
Yeah,
were awkward.
Coincidentally, my next note is just, do you see how hot Sarah Silverman looked in the hair cutter scene as well?
Yeah, I noticed.
That's pretty. She like walked over to the TV, and I was like, I want to be a TV, you know?
You know how she looked in that other scene when she
And
was
another
driving in the
scene
car?
that was pretty cool too. Or the other scene that was pretty sick too.
Remember that last scene?
Marone, you know. Yeah. Also, what a great bit of wordplay. Stick with Miss Crock, and you'll get a head.
Uh-huh.
No. He didn't mean stick with Miss Crock and you'll get a head. He said stick with Miss Crock and you'll get head. The movie's got so many layers, and it's that's the problem. All right, Steven at the San Franciscan Chronicle just wasn't paying attention enough.
Yeah, I don't understand how you could not. I understand I think the movie's as great as we did, but come on, bro, 0.
That's ridiculous to give something it's ridiculous to give almost anything a 0 in general.
I didn't like The Machine. I would agree with the 37 rating. I'm completely okay with that being the rating for
I would
despite
go
not
like
like
24.
Either way,
I'll give it a 37. You know what? Fine, I'll give it a 37.
That's the point.
Christina P. was a pretty funny Russian lady in that movie.
She was actually great in the movie. I liked her a lot.
Also, at the very end, he takes the fucking lava lamp and throws a lava lamp at Chip, and that blue goo is disgusting, smashing into his face.
Yeah, did he kill him?
No, he didn't. Apparently, in this movie, there's that doesn't. You're perfectly
isn't that
fine.
shit hot when it's on? I think he killed him.
That's actually a good. No, he was fine. He's fine. That guy's just in jail now. No biggie.
Dude, what was that?
And also the fact that it ends with fucking Danny DeVito is now slinging dick to the old lady. He's even like, I love you, honey, or whatever. Phenomenal. And the best part, really just the best part that shows these guys who made fucking Agent Cody Banks, but not 2, just the first one. All right, Hilary Duff's in the second one, right?
No, Hilary Duff's the first one. Fuck. There's some like Australian chick in the second one.
Okay, so they only wanted Hilary Duff.
The Australian chick looks exactly like Anna Faris, but it's not Anna Faris and she's Australian. It's very interesting. It is interesting. Think of what Anna Faris looks like.
Picture Australian-fied.
Yes.
Yeah, interesting.
And but it's also not
she
her.
Have an Australian accent?
That was the
that
whole.
Checks out. Yeah.
Or she's British. It's one of the other.
One of the other. It could be. Who knows? Maybe she's from fucking Zimbabwe.
She could be New Zealander for all I know. I really don't. I'm not good with dialects.
No, the geniuses behind Agent Cody Banks were kind enough to make sure, like, all right, we're gonna end the movie on a beach scene with Sarah Silverman, and actually, just to make sure it's really the best scene it could possibly, we're gonna throw her in leopard print, so you really know, like, wow, this is a good movie.
These guys are fucking top tier filmmakers.
I think the guy from the San Francisco Chronicle must have walked out early and not seen that part. Because again, maybe he was like, Sarah Silverman's not in a lot of the movie. You know, maybe he's having popcorn,
that hour and 45 before
bought a large soda, left to go pee, missed her first scene, didn't really see her in the second scene, was taking notes on the third scene.
For a while, it is blink and you miss her.
But by the very end, like, you think he would have been waiting for the credits. He must have missed her.
Must have been discussed at that point. I mean, when you leave that many times to get snacks, it ruins the flow of the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
He probably was just bored at that point. Couldn't be bothered watching.
That's like a 7-hour movie.
Yeah, and the first 3 hours was boring.
The first 3 hours was boring, exactly. But they did end pretty strong, that whole Sarah Silverman and leopard print bikini. That was actually pretty fucking awesome.